Hey guys, Prison Doctor here. On our way to Houston. When I tell you, we're on a mission to save kids' lives everywhere. I mean, everywhere. Stay tuned. Man, it's a big Delta plane there. Everybody, the Prison Doctor here, just landed in Houston. Came here for one house call, actually signed up for two. So I'm here to help two different families with their children. Got some work to put in today, but we're helping kids all over the nation. That's what we do, and we'll go anywhere to help any child. Stay tuned. You're the mother?
I'm the aunt.
We live together.
We live together.
Yeah.
So, I mean, he's a little bit scared of me, only me, because, you know, I'm the strict one in the house. But I did everything with him. I punished him. No toys, no iPad, no TV, no favorite food. He's not going out enjoying. He's doing nothing whatsoever. But still at home, he is non-stop bothering other people. In the house, everyone is sick and tired of him. His teachers, his bus driver, people at home, us. We're done with him. He doesn't listen.
We just don't know what to do with him.
No,
Don't worry about it.
I'm sick and tired of. I don't know.
Ma'am, I guarantee you're not gonna have these problems no more.
Yeah, like
Don't
I'm
worry
done.
about it. Don't worry about it. Yeah. You ready to go? No. Why not? Why you don't want to go?
I want to stay with my mom.
You do. If you want to stay with her, why do you beat her up? Why do you put your hands on her and hit her? If you want to stay with her, why are you misbehaving and doing the bad stuff you're doing? If you want to stay with her, why are you doing it?
But I'm trying to listen.
You're trying to listen. How do you try to listen? When she tells you to do something, you simply do it. If she tells you can't have something, that means you can't have it. But you're acting like a bad little boy. You want to do what you want to do, and then you think it's a game, and then you're hitting on her. You want to beat her up. Why are you beating her up? Answer me. Why are you beating her up?
I don't know.
Do they beat you up at school? You're not getting beat up at school? Have you seen somebody beat her up before? Is somebody beating you up? Then why are you beating her up?
Some other kids do.
Some what?
Some other kids do.
Some other kids do what?
Bully their moms.
Ah, so because you see or hear about other kids that bully their moms, you think that it's okay for you to bully yours. Is that true or not?
Not true.
Okay, then what do you?
It was true because my friends told me.
Your friends told you what?
They bully their moms.
This is very telling. You have no idea of what's coming out of his mouth right now, how accurate what he's saying is true. what he's telling you is the truth.
Mm-hmm.
So you're hearing other kids telling you about how they bully their moms. Is that true? You just said it.
It was.
It was. So you've heard other kids tell you how they bully their mothers. Is that true or not true?
It is true.
It is true.
We're gonna go to those kids. I'm gonna go and talk to them.
Ma'am, this is exactly what they do. So I tell parents that they have this thing, it's called the bullying game,
Mm-hmm.
where kids in school are getting it from older kids and from social media that's telling these kids how to bully their parents and get their way, particularly when there's no father in the house. And these kids are using certain things and using key phrases and saying things to scare the parents so these kids can get their way. Kids are threatening to call the police on their parents and scaring parents from disciplining them so they can get their way. And they're learning this stuff from school and TikTok and Instagram and social media, where kids are learning how to bully the parents.
I saw it from TikTok.
I've done, in the past month, I've done literally 5 house calls where the kid said the same exact thing. If you go on my, you'll see what I'm talking about.
Page, they say
That's what they say. Yeah, it's a thing that's going around in school now where these kids are learning this stuff, and it's on TikTok and Instagram where they're telling these kids how to bully your mom. Certain things they can say or do to get their way. And this is what he's seeing. So the easy fix for this is no social media. At the very least, no unsupervised social media.
Yeah, he hasn't been using any kind of iPad
For
or
2
any
months.
kind of social media for
2
2 months
months
now.
Toys away, iPad is away.
So then it's his friends. He goes to school,
Yeah,
then it's school.
Okay.
Where are you getting? Where are you getting it from? Who's telling you this?
because if it was
I
social
don't
media,
know the name.
Is it at school?
No, it's from TikTok.
TikTok. And they're telling you how to bully the home. Is that where you're getting it from? Yes or no?
Yes.
Very interesting. Very interesting. He could be getting it from many different places.
yeah,
man.
and
It could be
he
school.
lies a lot too.
Yeah.
Just to save himself,
Mhm.
he lies a lot too.
Yeah, it could be school, social media, many different areas. Because the reality is, if he's not seeing no one jump on you,
No, we have no
And he's
one.
not seeing that.
We have other 4 kids in the house. Nobody is like him.
A 2-year-old yesterday was telling him, "Don't go near the fire, you will get burned." And he wasn't
Because she had
listening.
candles on in the house, and he kept putting his fingers in there.
He wasn't listening
He
to
wasn't
a 2-year-old.
sure,
He was actually bothering her.
ridiculous.
Yeah, ridiculous. Yeah.
But what I'm suggesting is that he's getting it from somewhere. He's 7. So there's some influence that's going into his ear gate where he's picking this up
Yeah, I
from,
understand
where he's
what
bringing
you're
it home.
saying.
He's 7.
It is social media.
He's 7 years old, man.
Yeah.
So if he's not getting it from you guys,
No.
You
It's the
understand?
stuff he watches on YouTube too. Those
You're
kids,
right.
those kids that are doing bad stuff on
Sure.
YouTube.
sure.
I know what he used to watch on YouTube when he was like 4 or 5 years old, where he learned all this from, is to be bad, because the kids that he used to watch on YouTube, they were horrible.
Yeah, but he doesn't listen.
Sure. Well, that's where it's coming from, man.
Yeah.
It's coming from, these kids are being bombarded with bad social media. These kids are watching things on his TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, Facebook.
He's learned a lot of bad things from TikTok.
He's
lately.
this is-
He's been saying that too. at
This is
home.
where these kids are getting it from. So if it's not in the home, he's getting it from social media, or he's getting it from school. That's where he's getting it from.
Either home or school. Yeah.
So what we have to do is we have to break that. And it's going to be broken today. Do you understand, young man?
I want to stay home.
Well, then you better shape up and start acting correct. Do you understand me? You don't say yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Now, as of today, no social media unless it's supervised. Okay? Young man, if I find out anytime that they tell me that you put your hands on them and that you beat them up,
or he doesn't listen or
And you
bother
don't
anybody
listen?
kid at home.
you're going to see me. And if I see you again on a bad note because they're telling me that you are not paying attention to them and you're putting your hands on them, you're going to get in a lot of trouble. A lot of trouble, and you are not going to like it. Do you understand me? Open your mouth and say, yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Now, Tell me this. And you better be very honest with me. If you lie to me, you're in trouble.
I learned it from Kids TV.
Kids TV.
No, the 2-1.
What?
The one from TV.
What TV?
The TV at home.
Okay.
The TV.
Okay.
He's saying that he's watching this stuff from TV. He's getting it from TV.
Okay.
Ma'am, if you look through my, this is very common. I'm telling you, this is.
I didn't know
It,
social
it-
media.
Yeah, he's
it is
not
the
watching any
social
kind of
media
TV,
is
yeah.
just horrible. It is destroying these kids' minds.
Mm-hmm.
Answer me honestly. Listen to the question and answer it honestly. You understand? If you lie to me, you're in trouble. Is anyone hurting you?
No,
Is anyone in school bullying you?
no,
Has anyone touched you inappropriately, your private parts, or did anything to you to hurt you in that way?
yes. Some other kid kicked me in the private part.
But I already spoke to the teacher about that. She said they both were playing around. So it was
was
they
both
did
of
talk
their
to the
fault,
kid,
yeah.
yeah.
And a kid kicked you in your private parts?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was this past 2-3 days ago.
Okay.
This happened.
All right. Has anyone touched you in your private parts or did anything to hurt you or violate you in that way or touch you down there or back there or anything? Anybody did anything to hurt you in that way?
Except
No.
that kicking you.
Huh?
Except the kicking though, cause that was bad.
I'm sure it was bad. It was very bad. It was painful, wasn't it? I'm sure it was. Well, that pain that you felt from that boy kicking you between your legs is the same kind of pain that they feel every day when you disrespect them and you put your hands on them. You didn't like it when that boy kicked you between your legs, did you?
And he hits other kids, his older
Well, how
brother
do you
and
think
sister.
they feel?
Sad.
Then you need to stop doing it. Do you understand? Didn't I tell you stop shaking your head at me and open your mouth and say yes, sir?
Yes, sir.
Stop shaking your head at me and say yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
I'm not going to keep asking you to respect me and open your mouth and say yes, sir. You understand? Why did you just shake your head at me? What did I just say to you? Do you have a problem with listening?
Mm-hmm. Big time.
What did I just say do?
Say yes, sir.
So why are you shaking your head when I say open your mouth and say yes, sir? Do you know what that means when I say yes, sir? If you shake your head at me one more time, you're done. Do not shake your head at me like this. You open your mouth and say yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
What else is going on with this kid?
A lot of things. I don't know. I don't know. We've tried telling him that we're gonna drop you off at the jungle. He doesn't care. He doesn't care about anything. He
Oh,
bothers
he-
his older brother and sister.
Do you care that right now
He
that
likes
you're
to-
here with me? Do you care that right now that you are in big trouble, or you think this is not serious and you better open your mouth and answer?
It's serious.
You better believe it's serious. Are you scared right now?
Yes, sir.
That's a good thing. That's a good thing. You should be.
He hits his older brother. He disrespects his older sister. He bothers his cousin that's 11 years old. I mean, he tries to play with him, but
They
he
all
just
cry when
they
he
tease
comes.
him. He teases people. Like he'll do stuff on purpose just to make someone mad.
Sure.
That's what he does.
Right. What we have to do is gain back control. We know what's going on. The kid has no mental illnesses, as you stated. He's not mentally ill.
No.
He's a
No.
perfectly functioning
He
child.
knows. He knows
He
when
knows
to
what
listen
he's
and
doing.
when not to listen.
So what's going on, and this is with a lot of kids that I mentor, man, is that the social media is so negative. And if the parents are not monitoring what their kids are watching, social medias will be their teachers. And social media right now is destructive and dangerous. With all these games, Call of Duty and shooting mommies and gaining points from killing mommies and all this stuff is going in these young kids' brains that's undeveloped. His brain is not fully functioning yet.
Yeah.
So we're programming him to become desensitized to violence, to disrespect, and that's what's happening with your child.
Yeah.
That's what's happening. He is not being structured properly because of the onslaught of what you got. What you guys allowed him watch this media, TikTok and Instagram, the television. All that stuff is negative. It's just a reality. The cartoons today
They're even bad.
are even bad today.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah,
The
even
cartoons
are
today
bad.
are even horrible.
Than
What
they
he
used
needs to be watching is programs that you have personally vetted, programs that you have personally looked at yourself, and you know exactly what's going into his ear gate and his eye gate. That is your job.
Yeah.
Okay.
So he needs to be monitored on everything that he watches, because right now he's at a very influential state. He's 7. Everything that he's seeing and viewing, even if it's for 10 minutes, he could literally watch something unsupervised for 10 minutes, ma'am, and if it's incorrect information or something negative, he will soak it up like a sponge.
Yeah,
You understand?
Yeah.
And then you will have this problem you're having today. So what I've been suggesting to the parents is that every time you let that child go in a room and watch something, it is that serious where you must know what he's watching.
Well, what he's watching. Yeah.
You cannot trust social media to raise your kids. It would destroy them. You understand? We're going to set some rules here today.
Yes, and he also has one more problem in school where his teacher has emailed me almost every day that he cannot keep his hands to himself in class. He disrupts the class. He loves to touch people. Like, he doesn't understand stop when his teacher tells him to
And
stop.
when they say stop, he laughs.
He laughs. He thinks it's a joke.
It's a joke. Everything is a joke in front of him. That's why we brought him here.
His bus driver was so sick and tired
He
of
knows
him.
you live here, and he knows we can come here every day if he does. But I don't know, do whatever you want to do. You keep him, you take him. We're done with
We're
this
done
kid.
with
I
him,
keep
yeah.
you, you done. You ain't
We're
gonna lie.
done with this kid.
I keep you, you done.
But I want to live with them.
Then you have to act properly.
Then you have to act the right way. Because if you don't treat them with respect and act the right way, you're not going to be there. Something else is going to be bad happening. You understand?
Yes, sir.
Tell me this. Where are you getting the hitting from? And you better think before you open your mouth. And don't just say some crap that I'll know if you're lying. Think before you speak. Young man, where are you learning this hitting stuff? Where are you getting that from?
From TikTok.
What do you mean TikTok?
He's lying. He doesn't even watch that much TikTok.
I do.
Stop lying. You haven't
I
had your iPad for
downloaded it.
2 months, Rayon. Stop lying.
When I had it,
You
I
like
watched
to do
it.
that. Tell him
You've
that.
been liking to do that since you were 3-4 years old.
You like to do that. You grab any object and you start hitting that object. Either it's a balloon, either it's a bear, or anything. A bicycle. What is a cycle does? He start hitting the cycle. He likes to do that.
Yeah.
If it's not, there's no one, he start hitting himself. I've seen him, and I'm like, are you crazy?
Have you taken him, ma'am, to have him evaluated?
Yeah, doctor said there he's fine.
He's fine.
Yeah.
So does he do that when you're around to see it for attention? When he's doing that, does he do it knowing that you guys are looking, or is it you?
Yeah,
you
because
using-
he knows the mom doesn't stop. I'm gonna be honest to it. She is working in the kitchen, and she's gonna be like busy, and he's
I
doing
see.
whatever he
But
wants
in
to
front
do,
of
yeah.
me, he doesn't do it. Why he doesn't do it in front of me, and he does in front of everybody else?
I get it. I see. I get the game.
Yeah.
I get it. Yeah.
He
So-
pick and chooses people.
Sure. Yeah, I get it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get it. So this is what we're gonna do. I'm gonna sum this up, and we're gonna make some rules. And young man, if you violate my rules, because I know what he's trying to do with you. I see the attention. I get the difference of the fear and with the
Yeah.
disrespect
he's not
here.
scared of me at
I
all.
see it, and then he wants
I'm home
to
after
hit himself.
work.
Right.
The house is wow. Before me, I'm getting phone calls. When are you coming home? He's not. We were done with this kid. Like the daughter is calling me, son.
So you're more so of the disciplinary
Oh,
with
yes.
him that don't
Yeah,
tell,
yes.
and you're the light
Yeah,
one who lets it
yeah.
go.
Like I stop him, but then I get busy in my.
She's
Tough,
lenient.
yeah.
She's a mother at the end of the day. So
Sure.
she gets that hard, and she does that.
I get it.
Yeah.
I see exactly what the problem
Because
is.
the other day I was very hard to her. I was like, you know what? I'm done doing this shit to your son. You do it or I'm out.
Right.
I cannot only discipline him and you're
Sure.
not helping me.
Sure. Yeah. So what's
she
happening is
changed.
the child is seeing the sort of, excuse the expression, he's seeing the one that's the easiest one.
Yes,
and he's taking advantage of it. So he feels like that she should do whatever he wants her to do.
There you go.
So he's taking advantage of her, but he doesn't do it with you. It's the same thing with the absence of a father, where kids see that there's no man in the home, which is the strength.
So
you know what I mean? The disciplinarian.
So true.
That they take care, then bully the mothers.
So true.
This is what these young men are doing. And they're learning this stuff, though. This is a learned behavior as well, though. They're learning this stuff from social media, what they're seeing from these other boys and their other friends, and you think that that stuff is okay to do at home. You think it's okay to bully her because you know you can have your way. You know she gives in and goes her way and does what she's doing upstairs and goes to work, and she doesn't punish you or disciplines you like that young lady.
Yeah.
I thoroughly see the problem. It ends today. It ends today. It ends today. Repeat what I just said.
It ends today.
It ends today, young man. Because I'm in your life every day.
But I want to live with them.
Be quiet. For the next 30 days, you will answer to me. Every day I better hear your voice on the phone. Every day. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
If a day goes by and you do not call me or they do not call me and I don't speak with your little behind, you're in trouble. You understand?
Yes, sir.
See, he listens when he wants to.
Oh, yeah. He picks and chooses the times
well,
he
he
wants
knows,
to listen. Yeah.
He knows to listen to me because I'm not playing with your behind. Not playing with you. You will answer to me. When you leave here, you better pray that they tell me that you are respecting her and doing what you're supposed to do and stop hitting them.
And listen.
You better pray to God that they don't call me again and say that you are being disrespectful and not listening. If they tell me that, you're in trouble. Ma'am, I need to know, so as far as, is he getting any kind of like social time where he's spending time with the both of you, like intimate time? You know what I mean? Where you're engaging with him, or is he mostly? And I need all of us to be honest. I need this to be very honest. In order for me to help him, I have to ask these questions, but I have to know the truth. Is there times when you spend time with him intimately as a whole, as a family, where you all are together, where you're maybe watching a movie together, or eating dinner together, or going shopping, doing things interacting?
He lives in a big family. Like it's her family and my family. We live
all
together.
And we do everything together.
We do everything together. Yeah.
But
he's never alone.
Everyone asks me if he's going, we're not going. If he's going to the restaurant to eat, we're not going.
Because he embarrasses at the restaurant.
If he is, even if he's at home and watching movie, everyone goes away in their room.
Because he doesn't.
Then he needs to first go and sleep and then we'll watch. Because he's not gonna let us watch.
Gotcha.
We spent a lot of good time.
I want to take him out as a family. Like me, my husband, and I have 2 other kids. My other son, he was a little bad, but he used to listen. He wasn't like him. He changed. He changed himself when he went to school. He changed. He's perfectly fine now. But I don't know. He's just very different.
So do you guys whoop him? Does he get whooped or whippings or anything like that?
Yes, he does. I do whip him. When I get pissed off, I don't know where I hit him. I get really mad at him. She has never hit him.
I only take away things from him, and I punish him.
But me hitting him will probably be good only for like an hour or 2 hours, maybe a day at the most. Then he'll be back to doing whatever he wants to do.
Yeah. No, I asked that question because I want to know exactly what is his weaknesses. What do you guys do to hold him accountable for his misbehavior? Is it taking games away, sending him to his room? Do you put him on timeout? Do you whip him?
He's been in the summer in his room all summer. Nobody wants to watch him because I'm at work and my other kids, they're like, we cannot tell him to stop after every 5 minutes. Because he bothers other room. He stays in the room
with
he doesn't care.
But then when it was worse, I took the iPad away and he was in the room. So this what we do.
And then we took his toys away. He's still in the room. He doesn't care. Nothing punishes him.
Right. So you do spend time with him because I don't want him isolated, sent to his room because you're working. I understand people have to work. I get people have to work.
When I come home, he comes out, he sits with the family, he watches TV, he eats food, he does everything with us. But it's just that when I'm not home, or he's at school.
Sure.
He's
Got you.
yeah.
Got you.
But
Got
he's
you.
not isolated.
No,
Yes.
no. He's
every
always
time
with someone. Yeah.
Okay.
He's never alone.
Okay.
The grandparent, my father, like the father,
sure.
her father, he loves him to death, but now he is done with him. He's telling us that he will go back to his country with him because he's being worse. Because the bus driver
would complain
to him that this kid does not sit on his seat. He bothers other kids.
In the bus, yeah.
So he's Indian?
Pakistani.
Pakistani?
Yes.
So, has he been there before?
No, never.
He doesn't know.
So is his father? Where's his father?
He lives with me.
His biological father.
Yes.
He's with us, but his job is till 8, 9.
And then he doesn't have any kind of disciplinary.
Because he comes at night and he's like, I'm seeing him for an hour. Don't say anything to me. He's my son.
And if I stop him from something, he'll do the opposite.
And that's the.
And he knows he can get away with anything with his father.
That's why we didn't want him to come to the house.
So
that's
the light is being shed. Yes, the light is being shed. I see it.
That's
The
why
picture is
I
coming more and more clear.
Come to my house. I mean, I would have easily.
Sure.
It would have been better for
us.
there for me, right? But
sure.
That's why we came to your house
sure.
because of him.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure. No, I see it clearly.
He's a problematic person in his life.
Sure. Wait a minute. Who is?
The father.
Because he doesn't discipline him. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Because she understood.
I see it. I see it clearly. This is so selling. So you better answer me honestly. You better not lie. I'm about to ask you a question. You better tell me the truth. So, do you wish your father was home more, or are you happy that he goes to work and he's gone most of the day? Do you like the fact that he's gone most of the day, or do you wish that he was home more?
I wish he was home more, because I miss him every day.
Okay. No, that's truth. He's telling the truth. I believe that. Right? He's a child, man. He's only 7 years old. I believe what he's saying is true. A lot of the kids too, a lot of the behavior you see with the onslaught of social media, because that's the parent now. Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, that's the parents now. So the kid misses his dad. And he's not wrong for that. He's 7. Of course he misses his dad. And kids can't make up this kind of pain. They can't. They just, you know what I mean. They just can't. That's how you know what I mean. Grown-ups, we can kind of play that game. We can make that. Yeah. He's a child. That triggered him when he about his dad. That thought triggered that. So, and because his father is gone so much, when he sees his father, of course, it's a good time for him because he misses his dad. Yeah. Because she's there. Most of the day.
Me most of the day.
So now she becomes the enemy to a degree.
Yes,
to a degree.
Right.
You understand?
110% you're right.
So in this dynamic, I can tell you 2 things that would rectify this situation overnight. Okay. And it'll probably take time. One would be cutting out social media. Yeah. That means TV, TikTok, Instagram, Call of Duty, all those things he has. Cut them out unless they are supervised by you guys, and before he watches it, you know what he's about to look at, period. And I'm talking about every second of it. Whatever programming, you have to monitor every second of it.
I got it. Yeah.
Because it only takes 1 second of something inappropriate to get in his mind. He's going to be curious about it, he's going to think about it, he's going to hear it from school, and he'll act on it.
Good. Yeah.
You understand? Even 1 second of bad information can ruin a sponge.
You're right.
He's a sponge. Yeah. We're an adult, we're mature enough where we can see negativity and we can combat it through our intellect and our maturity. He's a sponge. Yeah. 1 second of something negative can affect him. Okay. Number 2, his father. If there was a way where dad would get more involved with his son and spend more time, even if he had to take a pay cut, I'm not suggesting to do so. I'm just saying, I'm giving you options. Even if he had to take a pay cut from his job to spend an extra day with his son, or there was a way where you had an agreement of something he could look forward to, where the agreement was on a weekend, on Friday and Saturday or Sunday, family time with dad and mom and the whole family, and we're all together. Something of that nature. If something like that can be,
we can do that.
If something like that can be,
because he's home Sundays,
that is very, listen, that will make a big difference.
Okay.
Also, the father has to step up.
And say no.
The father, he has to step up.
The father is not very interested in all 3 of their lives. He doesn't really care.
That's a problem.
That's a very big problem. The older two.
A father don't care about his kids. That is
the older two.
And he's there.
Yeah, the older two really don't care anymore because they're old enough to understand that he doesn't care.
Wow.
Yeah, but he's obviously little. He doesn't understand that right now.
Well, ma'am, quite frankly, that's a conversation.
The discipline that comes is from her or from me. That's it.
Or other people of the house.
Or other
uncle,
people, or his grandparent,
sure.
yeah, or the uncle, yeah.
I don't know about. I know some things are cultural based of how families are raised in different cultures. You know, Pakistani, Indian, or American. We all have different cultures and how children are raised.
Yeah.
But let me tell you this: I don't respect no man of any culture, of any nation, of any nationality that don't put their child first.
So true.
Period.
Yeah, you're right.
I don't give a damn what country they're from. Children has to be first.
Yeah, no matter what.
No matter what. So what I'm going to suggest to the adults is if that man is not being active in his child's life and you see the pain in this young child that he misses his father, and by your own admission that he doesn't care about his own children, then ma'am, that's a conversation you need to have with him, and some things need to be decided upon because that's just unacceptable. Because right now you're taking all the weight, you're taking all the blows, literally and figuratively.
Yeah.
You understand? So in my professional opinion, you need to have a conversation with him, and no matter how heated it may get, an agreement needs to come when it comes to him.
When it comes to him, yeah.
An agreement needs to come that, look, he needs to step up and be more of a father and a man to his child.
Then, yeah.
But the mere thought for this young child to hear that from his father, that he doesn't care, is devastating to his little ears. And I'm hurting for him right now. Even in his anger, his outbursts, his misbehaving, underneath that, there's pain that is buried in him because of his freaking father.
Yeah, and that's why I see that those two.
Because maybe if the father was a little aggressive, maybe he wouldn't be like that.
Sure.
You know? He
If
would
he was
be
more of a
scared
man-
that my father's there. He's gonna punish me if I do something
Absolutely.
wrong. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Because he knows how much is the mother gonna do.
Hi, so I'm here in Houston, Texas. Just did my first of 3 house calls I have out here to do. And you're gonna see how, again, these kids are suffering from social media, unsupervised, watching certain programs that are destroying their minds. You have a father who is absent or in the home, but really not involved with his son. And the child is bullying his mother, acting out in a bad way. These kids are telling me more and more that it is social media, whether it's TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, these video games are destroying our children. So caution to parents, be aware of what your children are watching. Even when you're not there, you got to monitor and supervise what your children are watching. You can't just come home and tell your children to go upstairs and watch TV, because in an instant of bad, negative information, your children can pick that stuff up and they'll be turning it against you. You want to talk?
No.
You want to go out this house and go? Huh?
No.
Do you want to leave this house?
No.
I'm going to ask you to sit your little ass down, be quiet, and listen to what's about to be said. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
You get one chance with me, young man. If you mess this up, you are going out this house. Do you understand?
Yes, sir. I'll tell you the truth.
You better tell me the truth.
Yes, sir.
You promise?
Yes, sir.
I am not playing with you, young man.
Pinky promise.
Pinky promise. I'm not playing with you. You understand?
Yes, sir.
Sit your little butt down. You understand me? If you mess this up, young man, you are in big trouble. You understand? Your mother tells me that you've been doing some disrespectful things that I can't even imagine.
Yes, sir.
I can't even imagine some of the things she's telling me that you're doing. I am shocked.
I am.
Ma'am, can you tell me what's going on with this young man?
And it's the truth.
Stop talking.
He's hitting and kicking his principals. He's calling people the B word, the N word.
The B word, the N word. Wow. He's kicking people.
Yes, throwing stuff around his room upstairs.
Wow.
Pooping on my floors, pooping on my floor.
Pooping on your floor.
Yes.
And he. Yes, sir. Does he have any mental health issues that you know of?
No.
He doesn't have any?
No.
Yes, ma'am. Sir, can you tell me what's going on here as well? Do you concur?
Following up with what she says, just bullying kids at school. What else? Just whenever he does urinate on himself, what he'll do is he'll wrap himself up in a blanket, sit in that pee, underwear in his clothes, and go sit on my couch. And that saturates into my couch and forms an awful aroma of urine in my couch. And me and my wife had to clean it. This past Thursday, when he did the number 2, he did tell me he had to go to the bathroom. I told him, I said, well, if your stomach hurts, go to the bathroom. So how I put 2 and 2 together is that he was in between changing from his night clothes into his school clothes.
Right.
And that's when he had the urge to go. And he did a couple drops one drop on the carpet, one on the wall, and then finished in the toilet. And when I went upstairs, this is what he did. There's a wall right there in my hallway. He just does this, and he sneaks back
like it's a game.
Yes.
Like it's a game.
And so when I went up there, I saw something on the floor. Looked at it. There he was, and he did it all over himself.
Wow.
And honestly, I think he was just going to leave it there. Again, just my opinion. Again, and this is just an assumption. Just leave it there and not have a care in the world. Get ready and come downstairs and act like nothing happened.
Sure. Now, has he had an evaluation? Has he ever had an evaluation for his health or mental health issues or anything like that?
Yes.
Has he had? And the doctor said he was fine. He had no mental health issues.
It wasn't like depression or
Wasn't nothing like that.
No,
Just bad behavior.
Yeah, he has bad behavior, but he's had I guess you would say from his past.
Sure.
So stuff like that, like PTSD from there.
Gotcha.
But nothing as far as depression.
Why he would
anxiety.
crap on the floor and do the stuff he's doing.
Correct.
So what that tells me, young man, is that you're just acting bad because you want to be a bad child. And I'm telling you that today it ends. Put your hands down. You should be. To call your mother out of her name and to be using the N-word. The N-word is a very derogatory, horrible thing to say to somebody, to use. To call somebody out of their name, particularly your mother. To be punching on your sisters and be doing the crap that you're doing is wrong. It is wrong. Do you understand me?
Yes, sir.
If I allow you, which is a long if, to stay in this house, if I allow you, young man, and it's a long if, there's going to be some serious changes going on. But before I do that, let me make sure if there's room in the detention center for you to go. Where bad little kids go. Let me see if they got room for you. Hi, may I speak to Mr. Hinks? Mr. Hinks, do you have room for how old is this young boy?
8.
Do you have room for an 8-year-old at the detention center for a 6-month stay?
6-month stay? Hold on, let me check this system.
Yes, sir. You better pray they don't have room for you. You better pray, because if you go, they're going to be beating your little butt. They're going to beat your little butt every day. Since you don't want to be in this house, since you want to disrespect, I can't tell. Then why would you do the stuff you're doing to your mother and your father and your sister? Why would you beat up on people? Why are you calling them B's and H's and N-word? Why are you doing that?
I didn't say H word.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I'm back. I need to check the system. They have a facility in Dawson, Georgia that will accept them because Oxford would not accept them. 8. But they do have one in Dawson, Georgia that you can take for 6 months later.
Wonderful. That is great news. Great news.
I will forward the information to your phone so that you can get to the next facility for the 6 month period.
Wonderful, wonderful, sir. Thank you so much. I'll let you know within the next 2 hours if I'm bringing this young man. What is his name?
Jaden.
Jaden.
I'll let you know in the next 2 hours I'm bringing Jaden in or not.
Okay, just let me know and I'll have something right back.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much.
All right, bro.
Jaden,
Yes, sir.
I pray to God you get this right.
Yes, sir.
Do you want to stay in this house?
Yes, sir.
You sure about that?
Yes, sir.
If I leave you in this house, which I'm not sure that I will, if I leave you in this house, are you gonna keep beating up on your little sister?
No, I'm not beating up on her.
You kick her and hit her?
No,
That's what your mother told me.
I don't hit or kick her.
Who do you hit?
Only the principal.
The principal.
Yes.
So you hit the principal.
Yes.
You never hit your mother?
No.
You never hit her?
No.
You ever hit your father?
No.
Who do you hit in this house? Because I heard you hit people.
Nobody. I don't hit nobody in this house.
You don't, but you hit the principal.
Yes. She hits me sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
She
I'd like to
slaps me
correct
on
that.
my
Sir?
I'd like to correct that. I'd like to correct that. She does that.
Be quiet.
She does that to defend herself. For example, we're at one of her really good friends' party, like her best friend's birthday party. He was doing something to intimidate, try to do something to her, and Nevaeh kept telling him stop. Did it twice. Stop. Get out of my face. So she defended herself the third time when he would not stop. Tripped him. Like that. Just like what she's taught. And then he comes running to me and tells me that Bea puts his hands on him. Bea was the one that corrected the situation and told me he was in my face doing acting like he wanted to hit me, and I told him to stop. So I did that.
A lot of provoking.
Yeah, thank you. The provoking word, yes. So
Okay.
she did that to defend herself, which I told her, I said, if he does that to you, you need to defend yourself. That's
Okay.
fine.
Okay. So you're a
What
bully.
he has done is stole from his sister.
Stole from everybody.
Oh, he's stealing around here.
Yes.
For example, a week
Let
ago,
him explain to you.
Go ahead, sir.
Woke up one morning, my wife was out of town in Florida, saw him on the camera putting something underneath his pillowcase. Didn't know what it was. So I walked upstairs, looked at it, and he had all the Nintendo Switch video games and the actual main Nintendo Switch up in his room underneath his pillow. He knows, we've told him countless times, do not remove that Nintendo Switch from that console. Do not.
Right.
And he still does it.
Right.
He's taking money from my daughter too.
So you're stealing.
Yes, sir.
That's good that you're being honest with me right now, young man. Because if you lie to me, you're mine. Why are you stealing money? What are you doing with the money?
Nothing. I'm not doing nothing with the money. I'm just hanging out with it.
You're just hanging out with it.
Yes, sir.
So you just take the money and hang out with it.
Yes, sir.
And you're not doing nothing with it.
No, sir.
Why? What sense does that make? Help me make sense of why you're hanging out with money. Is money like, what, is it talking to you at night? Is it your best friend? Why are you hanging out with money?
Because I like money.
You like money.
Yes, sir.
Well, that's interesting because I like money too, but I don't steal it. I don't steal it. Why do you like money? What do you do with it?
Buy stuff with it.
Oh, so you do buy stuff with it.
Yes, sir. I buy phones and I buy Beyblades. Watch, there's Beyblades in my mom's room.
He got that for his birthday. He didn't buy it.
I know, but I'm
He's
saying.
talking about the money that he steals. He goes and tries to buy Beyblades and stuff with it because he has a Beyblade collection. So what he does is he tries to get more of it. So he steals from people so that he can get more of those toys.
Little bro,
Yes, sir.
you better listen to me very clearly.
Yes, sir.
When you steal, it is a horrible thing to do.
Yes, sir. I already know that. My dad told me that Joe is horrible, and I hate Joe.
And you hate Joe.
Yes.
Who is Joe?
Jail.
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 I don't like it.
You shouldn't. It's a horrible place to be. But do you know that stealing is going to lead you a little behind right there?
Yes, sir.
So if you don't like it, why are you doing things that's going to put you there, little man?
I don't know.
Okay, we're going to figure out why today, and we're going to fix that problem today. Not tomorrow, today.
Because I.
Stop talking.
Yes, sir.
Because if it happens again, because you're mine now, Did she sign? Did she sign the thing? Everything is signed.
Yes.
So you're mine now. You're mine. You're mine. That means that I can do anything I want. I can take you out of here anytime I want to a very bad place that you're not going to go if you continue to steal. You understand?
Yes, sir.
If you steal again, or you do anything disrespectful to this family, if you put your hands on that woman or call her a B, a H, a N-word, if I ever hear that N-word, they tell me you use that word, you're done. You understand?
Yes, sir.
You better not never use that word again.
Yes, sir.
You better not never steal anything out this house. You ask for it. You understand?
Yes, sir.
Now, if you think I'm playing,
I don't.
I pray to God you don't. I pray to God you don't, because I don't play with little kids. You understand?
Yes, sir.
You understand?
Yes, sir.
Now, I want to understand. Tell me something.
Please.
So, I understand that he came from foster care.
Yes.
And how long has he been in this house?
4 years.
4 years. 4 years. Has this behavior been the same for the past 4 years, or have you seen it progress over the past year?
I've seen him progress, and I've just seen him recently regress.
I agree.
So it progressed over the past year.
Yes, it did. And then when we started back up school, that's when he started his behavior with the principals and stuff, all over the fact that he couldn't get a toy from his bio mom.
Okay, okay. Now, I want to ask you a couple of questions, and you better be all the way honest with me. You understand?
Yes, sir.
In school, if somebody bullying you, and you better not make it up.
Yes,
Don't
sir.
stop talking. Stop talking. Think before you answer. Are you being bullied in school? You better not make it up, because I can look in your eyes and I'll know if you're lying. I can look in your eyes. I've been doing this a long time.
Someone.
Stop talking. You wait till I'm done talking before you answer. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Now, I can look in your eyes and I'll know if you're lying to me. And if I see in your eyes that you are lying to me, you're done. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
What did I just say?
If you're lying to me, I'll be yours.
You better believe it.
Yes, sir.
In school, are you being bullied?
Yes, sir.
By who?
CJ.
CJ. Can you remember that name, ma'am? One of y'all? CJ.
And Hayden. He
And Hayden.
cussed at me.
He cussed at you.
Yeah, he called me the N-word and the B-word.
He called you the N-word and the B-word.
Yes, sir.
Can you remember those names,
I've
ma'am?
already spoken to the school about that.
Okay. So do these boys hit you or put their hands on you?
Yes, they hit me.
Don't lie to me.
No, they tripped me, actually.
They trip you.
Yes. Hayden tripped me. CJ hit me. And I have one more boy that bullied me in kindergarten in my school. It's Jesus. He punched me in the stomach.
He punched you in the stomach.
Yes.
Okay. Has anybody ever touched you inappropriately? Think before you answer, and you better not lie to me. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Do not lie to me. Has anyone,
No, sir.
no one's ever touched you inappropriately?
No, sir.
Thank you for answering that. Okay. Do you love your mother and your father?
Yes, sir.
Do you love your sisters and everybody in this house?
Yes, sir.
Do you want to remain in this house?
Yes.
You sure?
Yes.
How do I know when I leave here, if I don't take you, that you're going to do what you're supposed to do?
I am.
Because I was told you've done this before. That you'll start crying and promise you won't do something, and then you go right back to doing it again. How do I know you won't do it again this time?
I don't know.
I like that. That's actually an honest answer. I like honest kids. Well, let's figure it out. Let me tell you what the consequences are going to be if you don't
Yes, sir.
do what you're told. I'm going to say bye-bye to everybody in this house. Do you want that?
No, sir.
So the only way you can remain in this house is by respecting the people in this house. What did I just say, Jacob? That's absolutely correct. That's absolutely 1,000% correct.
High five.
High five. Okay, high five. I'm with it. High five. You understand what I just said, right?
Yes, sir.
Repeat it again.
If I be good, I'll stay here. If I be bad, I'll not stay here.
Okay. Ma'am, can I get you to sit over here with me for a second? You love your son, right?
Yes.
No doubt about it,
Yes.
right? You do everything you can to provide and take care of him. Is that not correct?
Correct.
Is that true, Jane? Does your mother, does she take care of you? Does she provide for you and do everything she can?
Yes, sir, but she screams at me sometimes when I don't listen.
Okay. That's nothing wrong with that. A kid who calls people the N word and the B word and kicks or beat up the principal and kicks people and steals money, I can understand why a mother sometimes would yell. I'm not saying that it's the right way to handle the situation, but I can understand sometimes the frustration of a child that she loves, that she provides for, and lives in this beautiful house that this man and this woman gives you with all this beautiful, expensive stuff. Beautiful backyard. I see a big old giant play set.
Excuse me.
Stop talking. Open your mouth one more time when I talk and you're in trouble.
Yes, sir.
Learn to respect authorities and only speak when you're being spoken to. Otherwise, be quiet. I see a child that has a big play set in the backyard with swings and slides. Why you gotta look? You don't know what's back there?
I do.
Then why are you looking?
Because I'm checking on my dog.
Don't check on your dog.
Yes, sir.
Because you may not be here long enough to be with your dog if you keep on. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
You are privileged to be in this home. You just said that you know that this woman loves you and that you know your father loves you. You just told me that they don't abuse you, that they're not doing anything wrong to you other than providing for you. But you admitted that you are treating them wrong. And I'm telling you that you're wrong to do that to them when you have so much here. If you continue on your behavior, young man, you will not be here. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Explain to me what I just said. Repeat it.
If I be bad one more time, I'll leave this place forever.
Do you want to leave this place?
No.
You sure?
Yes, sir.
The only way that you stay in this house is if you respect the people in this house.
Yes, sir.
You're not going to get no more chances with me, Jane. This is your last try. This is it with me, man. You only get one chance with me. One. For the next 30 days, you must call me every day before you go to bed. Every day. What did I just say?
Every day I go to bed, you're supposed to call me.
No, you're going to call me. I'm not calling you. You call me every day before you go to bed. What did I just say?
I call you before I go to bed.
That's right. And if you call me and your mother or your father tells me that you went back to your old behavior and that you went back to stealing, lying, calling people the N-word, calling people B's and H's, if I find out you're doing that, or you go to school and you kick the teacher, the principal, you kick the principal again, if you do any of that,
I'm going to jail.
you very well may. On the road that you're going, you very well may. You very well may, young man. Do we understand each other?
Yes, sir.
Who else lives here in this house with him?
I'm the only one who doesn't.
This is my daughter. She comes and watches the kids for me, so this is kind of a babysitter, the one in the pink.
And how old are you?
18.
She's 18. This is my
18.
8-year-old.
She's 8?
Yeah, she's 8.
Okay.
And then she's 14. This is my stepdaughter that comes on the first Thursday of the weekend.
Is there anyone else in here that wants to give any kind of information or what they see going wrong with him that they can add value to how we can help him? Because I'm going to give you my plan that is going to work. I give you my word on that. His behavior is changed as of today. Is that correct, Jaden?
Yes, sir.
So is there anyone else that'd like to add any comment on what he's doing that can shed light on his behavior that may be able to help this situation? Yes, we are.
What he, my friends at the school, they tell me that he drew a pencil at somebody, and he screamed in the hallway for me because he thinks he's getting hurt, and he pushes teachers.
Really?
Doesn't make fun.
Yes, he makes fun of me and a disability kid.
I know, your mother told me you have a disability and he makes fun of you. But you know what? That's okay. Because you're a beautiful young girl and you are very smart. I can hear how you just answered that question, how smart you are. And you're a very pretty young girl. So whatever he does and says, he's not going to do that no more. Are you?
Yes, sir.
You sure? Because if I find out you make fun of her disability, you're done. Matter of fact, stand in front of her and apologize. Hurry up, and you better mean it. Stand in front of her and apologize for making fun of her disability. Now get over here and sit down. How would you like it if somebody made fun of your disability, if you had one? So then why would you make fun of this beautiful young lady, of her disability, and you make fun of it? When she's already struggling enough, when other kids maybe teasing her or messing with her. And then she got to deal with her brother? That ain't right, bro. And then you're using the N-word. Where are you getting that sloppy word from? You calling people the N-word. You know how horrible it is to say the N-word?
I learned it from her.
From your mother?
Yes.
Your mother uses the N-word?
Yes, you do.
No, I don't. I said, don't you be calling people the N-word.
You
And I
called
said that.
me
I said, do you want to be called an N-word?
No,
That's exactly what I said. And Kylie was in the room when I said it.
That is a bad word to use.
And you told us that you learned it from your friend at school, so don't sit here and lie on me.
First I learned it from my friend, and second I learned
Thank
it
you.
from you.
Because I was correcting a situation.
That is a horrible word to use, young man. And if she tells me, or your father tells me, that you use that word, bro, if you ever use that word, that is a horrible word to call somebody. You're done. You understand?
Yes, sir.
If I find out you ever make fun of that little girl's disability and you tease her about her disability, you're done.
Yes, sir. I have a question. She's cute.
Who's cute?
My sister.
Yes, she's cute. So why do you make fun of her?
I don't know.
Well, you better stop it. You understand?
Yes, sir.
It ends today, little boy. Because if they call me back in this house because of that behavior,
Yes, sir.
you're done.
Yes,
I need somebody to grab a piece of paper and a pencil for me real quick. A piece of paper and a pencil. Very important. Stop peeing on yourself.
I can't help.
What do you mean you can't help it?
It's so hard to fall being on myself. And I can't help it, and I'm not joking.
Okay, what about the crapping on the floor?
Yes, I can help that, Audie.
Okay. Okay, so what I understand and what I believe is that he urinates on himself because he has probably a issue with that, with
PTSD.
controlling. Sure. So I understand that. That's something he can work on by teaching him how to tighten that area down there. There's a method that they use where you can strengthen those muscles down there. You know what I mean?
It's mainly just at night. And he does it during the day just to be spiteful.
Okay.
Yeah, but at nighttime I don't feel it when it's coming out.
Sure. Yeah, well, kids do that. I understand that. But in the daytime, you're doing it on purpose, though. Sometimes in the daytime because you're too lazy and don't want to go to the bathroom. Is that correct?
Correct.
Okay, you need to stop doing that, okay?
Yes, sir.
Now, if you can't control it sometimes at night in the bed, I understand that. No big deal. All right?
Like right now, I need to go to the restroom.
All right, well, hurry up and go.
Yes, sir.
You understand?
Yes, sir.
Stop talking so much. Wait till I'm done, then you talk. You have a big playground back there with a giant slide. I'm looking at it. And a playhouse. That thing had to cost a lot of money. You can play with that back there. You can play with your family when it's playful, when you're not playing to hurt. When you're playing to hurt, it is different than when you're just playing with somebody. Kids play, that's what kids do. But you don't play to hurt or to pick on people. You understand?
And the PS5 right there, you see that? That white thingy with the black?
Yes, I see
It
it.
cost $1,000.
I don't doubt that it did cost $1,000. But why is that any business of yours how much it costs? Why do you care? Do you know how much $1,000 is?
Yeah.
How much is $1,000?
Expensive.
Yeah, it's very expensive. Very expensive.
Like Infinity and
That's close. Number 2.
not like bully anybody, not punch anybody.
Very good rule. Very good rule. So it just goes into yours. No hitting or in bullying. It just goes into yours. Same thing.
I agree with her.
You agree with her.
Yeah.
Well, that's good.
Agree with her.
You super agree with her.
Yeah.
I super agree with her too. You better make sure you don't do those things either. You understand?
Yes, sir.
Number 3.
Just to stop lying on anyone or anything, especially on my parents who've done it, well, mainly everything for him.
Sure. Sure, I see it clearly. This is a beautiful, beautiful home.
And it's a 2-story. Look.
Thank you. I don't need you to narrate the story.
Yes, sir.
You just pay attention and follow the rules. So, no lying. Do you know what no lying means?
Yes.
What does it mean?
I don't know how to really explain it. Like,
What did mommy tell you?
stop lying.
No matter what, we're always going to tell the truth.
Yes, ma'am.
That's right. Stop lying. You understand?
Yes, sir.
Next rule.
I like your necklace.
Thank you. I'm glad you like my necklace. Stop trying to be cool with me, man. Right now I don't like you, bro. Maybe in another 10 minutes we can be cool. Right now we ain't cool. You understand? Next rule.
To stop disrespecting them because at the end of the day they put a roof over his head that he didn't have before.
Absolutely.
And I tried to tell him that multiple times.
Absolutely. Stop disrespecting the parents.
I agree with all 3 of them said.
Well, I'm glad you agree.
What is this?
Pay attention. You ain't out of the fire yet, bro. You are not out of trouble. Because I still don't know what I'm going to do with you. I haven't decided yet. But you better absolutely do what you're told on these rules that's being written out here today.
Yes, sir.
Because I'm only literally 10 minutes away. And I will come back here tomorrow if I have to. And if I come back on a bad note because you misbehaving, I'm not coming to talk to you no more. You understand?
Yes, sir.
What's the next rule?
Do not disrespect or dishonor a home.
What does
So that means, to elaborate on that, is don't damage anything in this home. The food that you're provided, do not stand there and say this is disgusting. You don't bite the hand that feeds you.
That's right.
I understand that he's gone through a lot to get where he's at right now, but don't take advantage of that.
Absolutely.
That's what the dishonor. And
Yeah, because you're old enough to understand. You're 8 years old, right?
Yeah.
So what he's saying is, when somebody is giving you something to eat, don't be insulting people saying it's disgusting. You have a right to say if you don't like something. If you don't like it, you don't like it. But
I said yes, sir.
but you don't be disrespectful with your words and call it disgusting.
Yes, sir.
If you don't like something, you have a right to say, well, I don't like that. Or can I have something else that's possible? And if they tell you no, then you eat what you got. You understand?
Homeless people don't have food. Just like my 8-year-old and a half sister tells me.
That's true. Homeless people are struggling to eat stuff. The stuff you think is disgusting is probably something they would eat. But you have a right, though, to say you don't like something. There's nothing wrong with you going, I don't like that. But if they tell you to eat it, I would advise you to eat it, or you might starve. You understand? Is that it?
That's everybody.
Now,
I need a burp. Wait, no, don't.
So for instance, also like, say for like Christmas, like the year before last when my dad was still alive, like he was struggling because my mom passed away. And Jaden, my dad had stuff up in the attic, and unfortunately, yes, it was older stuff in the attic for a while. And my dad had wrapped it up and gave it to him for Christmas. I don't see a problem with it, but Jaden had opened it up and completely called him out of character and said that this is gross, nasty, dirty. He don't want it. Was very disrespectful. Was not grateful for anything that he had had, and so I was completely like struck. Because he knows that whatever you're given or you're provided, then you respect it, regardless if you don't like it or not.
Absolutely.
You're gonna be appreciative you got something.
absolutely.
And
Absolutely.
instead, he refused it, kind of tossed it on the ground, and
Right.
said it was dirty and nasty, and walked away.
Yeah, you're old enough. You're not a baby. Are you listening?
Yeah.
Are you done? Are you done with the theatrics and scratching and all this stuff and the moving? Are you done?
I have one more thing to say.
What would you like to say?
That's kind of true what I did, and I'm sorry for saying that to Papa.
That's good. That was very good. And you better mean it.
I did.
Now, before we go to his thing, one rule, I gotta say this. This young boy has been through a lot. And we cannot overlook that. We can't just turn a blind eye like this kid hasn't been traumatized by his past experiences. He's this way for a reason. He wasn't born this way. There's things that have happened to him that has made him this way. And as adults, we have to be able to empathize and sympathize and understand that. You understand? Not excusing his behavior, all right? Because he got to be held accountable for his actions. But as adults, the mature ones, we got to understand that he's been through something, okay?
Yes, sir.
This young boy has been abused, assaulted, beat up, arm broken, thrown around, doesn't really know who his real body. He's been through a lot.
I've been through several houses already.
Young boy been through several houses. So we can't negate that. That's very important that as the adults, we got to get that, because he's a child at the end of the day. He's a kid, he's a baby. You know what I mean? His actions are inexcusable. I'm not justifying it. And I'm on his head, believe me. He's going to do the right thing, aren't you?
Yes, sir.
But I need us as the adults, the mature ones, to love him in spite of what he's been doing. This is so critical. And I pray to God that you guys get this. We got to love him in spite of what he's been doing, because he's a child. He's only 8 years old. He's a baby. You understand? He's a child. This is the reason why you did what you did. Is that not correct?
Correct.
He's a baby. Unexcusable what he's doing. But the adults got to understand it, and they got to love him even though he's doing this crap, and not turn their backs on him and give him what he needs. Because he's a victim as well. Even though he's victimizing, he's a victim as well. So that's why I'm here, is to help shed light on that, to bring a remedy to it, a prescription, and fix it. Does that make sense, or does that make sense?
Absolutely.
Yes, sir.
That makes 100%. That makes sense. He's a kid. All right? You want to be my friend? I want to be your friend. The only way I'll be your friend is if you do what they say do and stop this ridiculous behavior you're doing. I will be checking on you every single day, little brother. And I better hear good reports from you. that you're doing better. I don't expect you to be perfect because kids make mistakes. You're a child. Nobody's asking you to be perfect. But the things you better not do is the things that you know are wrong to do.
Yes, sir.
The things you better not do are the things that you know are wrong to do. What did I just say?
The things that I do are wrong to do.
To don't do those things that you know are wrong.
Yes, sir.
You understand?
Yes, sir.
You sure?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Don't burn me, bro. Don't burn me when I leave here, bro. Don't do nothing stupid. Don't go back to your old ways. Because if you do, I'm coming back.
Yes, sir. I like cool guys like you.
You like cool guys like me?
I was gonna be a cop when I grow up.
You want to be a cop?
Yeah.
Well, you can be a cop, but if you start stealing, how does that make sense that you want to be a cop, but you steal? Cops are arrest thieves. And do police officers arrest thieves?
No.
Yeah, they
But
do.
Yes. Sorry.
So you can't be a thief stealing stuff and then want to be a cop. That don't make sense.
A thief is a prisoner.
Well, a thief can be a prisoner, yes. A thief is a person that does bad things and deserves to be in prison. And that's where you're going to wind up going if you keep stealing from your family.
Yes, sir.
Do you want to go to prison?
No, sir.
Then stop stealing.
Yes, sir.
Do you want to be a cop?
Yes, sir.
A police officer?
Yes, sir.
Then start doing the right thing. Police officers, for the most part, are honorable people.
Yes, sir.
Are good people that do the right things and protect people and treat women and little girls with respect. A police officer would never make fun of a little girl like that.
Yes, sir.
A police officer would never do that. Never do it. A police officer would never call his mother bad names or use the N-word. A police officer would never do it, woman. You understand?
Yeah.
They would never do that.
But sometimes they do.
All right. Maybe they do. But listen, you're not to use that word. You understand?
Yes, sir.
So what is your one rule that you want from your family? More family time spent together, movie night, your mom to stop cussing at you, yelling at you so much, your sister to stop kicking you down the stairs. Just give me something. What is one thing you think would make you a better Jaden, a better kid? Name something. What could they do? What could she do, or your father, or your sister? What could people do in this house to make you a better kid?
Movie night.
Movie night.
Yeah.
All right. With who?
Mom, Dad, Nevada, Lexi, and CJ with Autumn. Our little dog.
Is something like that possible? Is something like that possible? Where maybe once a week, once every 2 weeks. Not a problem. Is this sir? My man. Yes, sir. Not a problem. I think that's fair, actually. And I think that's therapeutic for him to have that vibe. But the moment you get to acting stupid in that moment, all bets are off.
Yeah.
The moment you start acting stupid, fighting your little sister and making fun of her disability,
Prison.
and calling people the N-word, what?
Prison.
Prison. All right, prison. You got it. That's where you're going.
Yeah.
All right, that's okay. Fine. I'm with it. You understand?
Yes, sir.
The moment, you need to really get this, Jaden, because I'm not playing with you. The moment you start going back to your old ways, as of right now, no movie night, no nothing. You're done.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay?
But sometimes movie nights, can you come on movie night?
Sure. Possibly. Sometimes I can come on movie night. Possibly.
In her?
Possibly, yeah.
Okay.
She can come too on movie night. Possibly. But I need you to do me a favor.
Yeah.
I need you to call me whenever you want to talk.
What's your phone number? Wait,
What's my...
Alright, 911.
He's funny. 911. He's funny. He's funny. He's funny. I love him. I love him. I really do. You got to stop this behavior though, buddy.
Yes, sir.
Okay? If you don't, I'm going to be mad.
Okay.
So every day, we're going to talk. Ma'am, I promise you, sir, he's going to stop. You got to give him a chance. I promise you, you're about to see a great difference in him. It's about to shock you. You got to trust me. I've been doing this a long time. Every day, me and you going to talk. Every single day. Not one day is going to go by where me and you are not going to talk on that phone. You understand?
Yes, sir.
And they better tell me that you are doing better and that you are not picking on that little girl right there. If you do it, man, we're done. It is over.
You almost look like my dad.
Yeah, I know, we got the bald head.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I speak a little Spanish too.
But he knows a little bit of Spanish.
Yo he estado estudiando español desde hace 5 años. Me gusta el español y su cultura.
Can you count to 100?
See? Of course I can.
Try to.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, and so forth.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
That's impossible.
Yeah. So listen, me and you gonna be friends, right?
Yeah.
Do you love your mother?
Yeah.
Tell her you love her.
I love you.
Do you love your dad?
Yeah.
Tell him you love him.
Love you.
You love your little sister?
Love you.
You love your sister and your sister?
Love you. Love you.
And you're gonna be good.
Yes, sir.
Let's give him a chance. I promise you. This is on me now. If he burns you, he burns me. Okay? I promise you. Give me a chance with this. Let me do what I do. I promise you. That's my word.
Especially going back to school, because he's starting a new school, because he got
Okay.
kicked out of his last school.
Okay? Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna let bygones be bygones. Let's try. Let's just try. Let's just try. If it fails, it fails. I don't think it will because he knows what the consequence is gonna be, don't you? I don't want to bring up his past so much. I don't want to talk about the things that he did in the past. I kind of want to let yesterday go and let's kind of give him a new slate because he's a kid, he's a baby. You know what I mean? So I think he deserves, even though I know he's burnt you several times, I know it's frustrating, and I can understand the ripple he can cause in a relationship. I talk to couples all the time. When I do house calls with the parents, sometimes the parents literally have to, they almost implodes because of the problems of the kid. You understand? And I get it, and I don't want to see that happen because I see the love, I see the willingness to want to make it work. You know, so, but it's all predicated on you. Do you want to destroy the family?
No.
Do you want to pull his family apart?
No.
You sure?
No. Sure.
You like the way things are right here, right? And you said you love everybody.
Yes, sir.
Well, then you got to do the right thing, okay? Because you're causing a little bit of heartache in his family.
After, can I go see your car?
No, not today. Maybe on the phone. I'll show it to you on my phone.
Okay.
So today,
I want to show you how fast I am.
okay, we can do all that.
Okay.
But I need you to understand that today your behavior changed. Understand?
Yes, sir.
You know I'm not playing, right?
Yes, sir.
You sure about that?
Yes, sir.
Okay. If you do anything, bro, to go back to your old ways, you
I'm
leave.
not over.
Do you want to leave here?
No.
You sure? I believe you.
Yes, sir.
All right, give me a hug. You all right? I'm gonna be in your life for a while, help you out. Your dad is here, your mom is here, but the only way you get love and respect, bro, is you gotta give it. Detroit. I come up, you know, my dad played with Motown. My dad is the home when Marvin Gaye's what's going on. So I grew up in the hood. But to be blessed like this, to be blessed, you guys, you can't let nothing tear you apart. Nothing. This is a family, man. And many people wish they had this. And I'm telling you, man, you guys are blessed, beautiful home, beautiful cars, beautiful family, beautiful little girl. I would let nothing, because that's how Satan rolls. Satan will try to destroy anything that you have good and tear it up, man. You see what I'm saying? That's why you got to be good. You see how beautiful your home is and how beautiful your family is? This is love. That's why you got to do the right thing and respect it. You understand?
Yes, sir.
You better not pick on her no more. I'm not playing with you.
Yes, sir.
All right, come on, stand it up. Let's see.
Tell us not to go.
Now what you mean? I'm going too.
Oh, you going too? You going too?
Yeah.
I hope I don't.
All right,
Now the
ready,
third house.
set, go. He has gotten faster. I ain't gonna lie. He's gotten All right.
Show them what that means, though.
Love.
Wakanda.
Oh, Wakanda. Yeah. How they do it? Is that how they do it?
Yeah.
That's my favorite show. Have you seen the Warrior Woman, the King Woman? What's the name of it?
The Wonder Woman?
No, the Wakanda. It's the spin-off. So go back. So you hear, dump it, now take it, like that. Then put this hand back, wow. So all you're doing is dumping it. Take this hand, see how you're dumping it.
So like.
So make sure it's even, start in the middle, make sure it's always even. Slide your hands in the middle. I'll dump it. Pass it off, nope. Nope. Go back here. So this hand, so take it, control it with this hand. Wow, see that right there, and I release it. Under, dump it. Wow, there you go. Dump it. Almost. Dump. There you go. Dump. There you go. There you go. But you're getting it. Yeah. All it is passing it over to the other hand, giving it to the other hand. Pass it off.
It's not about like going fast because you can.
Right. You gotta take it to right. But you're doing good though. You got it though. That's all you gotta do. Yeah. Just take your time and dump it. Yeah. Very good.
Okay.
Very good. Yeah, you guys, man. Back in Atlanta after an exhausting flight. Back to do some more house calls. Got 3 lined up here in Atlanta in the next 24 hours, and then to Tennessee for a day for a house call. Work never stops. Men need to start manning up, putting in that work, help these kids.